Hello, dear students. How are you all? Yes, I know you are a little hesitated to say yes, no? Because we are really going through a tough situation. Just go through these pictures. What did you understand from these pictures? Yes, these pictures shows the calamities like flood, earthquake, then pandemic diseases. You can see a lot of people there, no? Their sufferings, their pathetic condition. Can you tell me how are we facing it? Yes, it is with the help of some human values. What are they? Love, care, empathy, etc., which helps each other to face such situations. We were dealing with a second unit, Bonds of Love, in which the first lesson, maternity, which means motherhood or maternal love, written by Lilika Nakos. Here we can see a small quote about mom. God could not be everywhere, so He created mom. The lesson is about motherhood. Maternity is an inspiring story about a boy who wanders desperately to find a nursing mother to breastfeed his newborn brother. Here, Lilika Nakos presents a lovely Chinese mother who glorifies maternity. Look at the picture. Who are they? Yes, they are people with no proper food or shelter. Helpless people. No? They are called refugee. A person who has been forced to leave the country in order to escape from war or natural disaster. So it was more than a month that the Armenian refugees were at Marseilles. And the refugees were on the outskirts of the town, which already looked like a small village. The richest were under tents and the others were under carpets, which was held up at the four corners by sticks. The condition was pathetic. As the men found work, they somehow managed to satisfy the hunger of their children. Now, let us see the rest of the story. Mikhail was one of the Armenian refugees in the Marseilles camp. While everyone could earn a living in and around Marseilles, Mikhail alone could do nothing. He ate the bread which his neighbors cared to offer, but he was already conscious of the trouble he was causing them. Although he was a big boy of 14, healthy and robust, Mikhail could not find a work because he had to carry his own little brother, a baby whose mother died at the time of its birth. He had to carry his brother all the while. Mikhail lost his mother when the little baby was born. Since then, Mikhail carried the baby on his back in a rug. The problem was the baby screamed of hunger, and this disturbed the other refugees. They were too much disturbed by the screams that they wished the baby to die. Mikhail went to a place where the baby could get some breast milk, but on seeing the baby's zombie look, the women chased Mikhail away, cursing the baby, calling it devil. Mikhail himself was scared of the baby's appearance. He was full of dread, fear that was a monstrous baby lay on his back. Yet he didn't abandon the little one. Now, let us have a model reading. Of all of them, Mikhail alone could do nothing. He ate the stale bread which his neighbors cared to offer, and it weighed on him. For he was a big lad of 14, healthy and robust. But how could he think of looking for work when he literally bore on his back the burden of a newborn babe? Since his birth, which had caused his mother's death, he had wailed, proclaiming his famished state from morn till night. Who would have accepted Micawle's service when his own compatriots had chased him from their quarters because they were unable to bear the uninterpreted howl which kept them awake at night? Macaulay himself was dazed by these cries. His head was empty and he wandered about like a lost soul, dying from lack of sleep and weariness, always dragged about with him the defending burden that had been borne for his misfortune, and its own, and that had so badly chosen the moment to appear on this earth. Everybody listened to it with irritation. They had so many troubles of their own, and they all pitifully wished it would die. But that did not happen, for the newborn child sought desperately to live and cry louder his famished state. The distracted women stuffed their ears, and Macaulay wandered about like a drunken man. He hadn't a penny in his pocket to buy the infant milk, and not one woman in the camp was in a position to give it the breast enough to drive one man. One day, unable to bear it further, Macaulay went to the other side of the place where the Anatolians were. They all had fled from the Turkish massacre in Asia Minor. Macaulay had been told that there was a nursing mother there who might take pity on his baby, so there he went, full of hope. Their camp was like his, the same misery. Old women were crouched on pallets on the ground. Barefooted children played about in pools of dirty water. As he approached, several old women rose to ask what he wanted, but he walked on and stopped only at the opening of a tent. From the interior of the tent came the sound of the wailing infant. "Have pity on this poor orphan and give him a little milk. I am a poor Armenian," he said in Greek. At his appeal, a lovely dark woman appeared. She held in her arms an infant, blissfully sucking the maternal breast, its eyes half closed. "Let's see the kid. Is it a boy or a girl?" Macaulay's heart trembled with joy. Several neighbors had come closer to see, and they helped him to take from his shoulder the sack where the baby brother was held. With curiosity, they leaned over. He drew back the cover. The women gave vent to various cries of horror. The child had no longer anything human about it. The head had become enormous, and the body, of an incredible thinness, was all shriveled up, as until then it had sucked only its thumb. It was all swollen. It was dreadful to see. Macaulay himself drew back in fright. All of them together chased him away, threatening. His eyes filled with tears, he went off bearing the little child still wailing in its hunger. Now, let's move to the glossary section. Waged on. To make somebody worried. Wail means to cry. Proclaimed means to announce. Stale food means not fresh. Famished means very hungry. Compatriot, fellow countrymen. Defending, very loud. Dazed, to confuse. Desperately, complete loss of hope. So I hope that you understood this part. So if there is any doubt, you can ask me. See you in the next class. Bye.